They called out the hosts when they asked her a
makeup or your phone.
So this, you think girls have to?
conversation. During an exchange about the newest emoji updates, Grande singled out the unicorn as one of her favorites, time implying that the unicorn is beloved only by girls and boys, whatever that's supposed to mean. The singer was even faster to fire back and suggested that the Power 106 FM hosts brush up on their equality.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
No, man.
Just how calm and easygoing she remained, because we were seething the whole way through.
Real men use the unicorn emoji and aren't afraid.
I don't really know her, and I'm trying to understand because I don't fully understand it either. But I also want everyone to be happy.
In a slight deviation from our other entries, this interview sees Ellen, this host, vented her frustrations over how Jenner sought acceptance for herself after coming out as transgender, but drew the line at marriage equality.
You're wanting people to understand and accept you. This is like really confusing to people. And you still have a judgment about gay people and marriage.
When Stern asked if the pair danced together, Ellen said they had not, but she wasn't sure whether that was because the former Olympian wasn't much of a dancer or because of DeGeneres' sexual orientation. Sure, Jenner wasn't present for this interview, but if she had been, we have no doubt she'd have been called out by everyone present.
Person on TV crying that, hey, I want to be myself, I want to be genuine.
I had to hide my entire
I
life.
don't want people to ridicule me.
Yeah.
And then says in the same breath, gee, gay marriage, I don't get it. No, it's remarkable.
Number 18, Anna Paquin, used talk show host Larry King, since she's married to Stephen Moyer.
Are you a non-practicing bisexual?
I am married to my husband.
Ow.
And we are happily monogamously married.
Or
So
you are bisexual?
Paquin
Hey,
was
Dumbbell.
taken aback,
I hope you can hear me.
but calmly and politely explained
Still
why
should be here
decided
shortly. It's just supposed to keep doing this because of the dumb audio. I can't do anything to fix.
did an excellent job of clarifying that one's relationship status isn't necessarily indicative of their sexuality.
I mean, you're still straight if you're with somebody that you're looking really right. You know, if you're a protective family or a guy. You know, forget if you're a sexual
Good.
existing.
I guess after a while, it kind of fades out.
Doesn't really work like that.
She also convinced the host since he swiftly changed her on in time.
I just never thought it was a big deal or sort of I don't know. There was no stigma.
Number 17, David Bowie. When the hero singer came
Oh,
out in
David
the
Bowie?
70s, it seemed
I'm
like
glad you want to
everyone
check
and
that out.
her
That's really thoughtful of you, Dumbbell. I just hope that you've been resting well and you'll gain more rest, after what you've been going through lately.
opinion. Publications tried to define his sexuality, and he dealt with some pretty invasive questions. He later told Playboy that he was bisexual, and eventually
Wait,
backtracked.
David Bowie's
He was
bi?
closet heterosexual.
Oh, no, he's straight. I mean, I'd be shocked if he was.
Still, Bowie's journey of self-discovery.
Oh, you going to archery?
Great interest.
Oh, man, I missed archery. Yeah, you probably be here by the time that you leave. I'm not surprised.
Many. British talk show host Jonathan Ross quite crassly questioned the artist.
So I can't help it. I love eating popcorn. Is it hot out? I can imagine. What's the temp? And also, what's embarrassing, our water's off. It's probably because I got a little bit rusted, which is kind of weird because it's not cold outside.
Sexual orientation when he appeared on his show in 2002.
Were you bisexual? Were you pansexual? Were you bisexual? Were you because I thought being gay was a bit like a foreign legion. Once you joined, I didn't think you were allowed back.
Bowie responded with plenty of wit and sass, ultimately giving Ross nothing but stealing the show at the same time.
The answer that I have for you will probably create such turmoil in your soul.
Really? It happened to us too. What a weird coincidence.
16. Chris Evans.
Well, I'm about to fix that. To infinity.
Let me guess. 101? I'll be shocked if it's.
Don't say gay.
I'll be shocked if it gets that hot in the South. I know it's possible. This is so unheard of.
Well, Lightyear creators restored the film's previously cut kiss between Alicia Hawthorne and her wife. It's a blink and you'll miss it moment, but it still caused plenty of outrage and led the movie to be banned in multiple countries.
Mhm.
When asked about it, the movie's star, Chris Evans, said that he's delighted they included it, but less pleased by how big a deal the moment was in the first place.
The goal is that we can get to a point where it is believed, and that this doesn't have to be some uncharted waters, but eventually this is just the way it is.
He also fired back at the scene's critics, calling those up in arms idiots. Evans certainly doesn't mince his words, and we are so here for it.
Look, it's an honor to be a part of something that is
I was close. 98 days. Ooh boy, but if it's like 103, oh Dumbo, I just hope that you don't pass out of heat stroke when you're on your way there. Oh my, that's hot.
like that. But the goal is to look back on this time and just be shocked that it took us this long to get there.
Number 15.
Ryan Reynolds?
During an interview with HuffPost Live, Reynolds was asked about those who
Back on this time and just be shocked that it took us this long to get there.
Number 15, Ryan Reynolds. During a tweet where he hilariously pointed out that it was already legal in his home country.
That's a true story. The American dollar goes very far in Canada. About 23 cents per dollar.
When the reporter asked the actor about his thoughts on same-sex marriage, he responded rather endearingly.
I'm not a monster. It's fantastic. I think it's it's been legal in Canada for 10 years now.
It seemed like a bit of a pointless question, given his evident support for the LGBTQ plus community. But if anyone had a shadow of a doubt before, they certainly knew he was an ally after. Just as we
Yeah, I think. But yeah. Yeah, it just sucks that both of you don't get notified. I do not know why.
could not love him more.
We shouldn't be in a state of awe and celebration for it. We should be taking it for granted, like regular marriage at this point. It sort of feels like it's I don't know. It seems like we're way late on that here.
Number 14, Jodie.
You had to stay with me? No. I had time.
Now, this is a moment that aged like fine wine. Growing up in Hollywood, we can only imagine that Jodie Foster became increasingly exhausted with the relentless interest in her love life.
So Dumbo, I'm watching top 30 celebrities who shut down homophobic interview questions, and it's really interesting.
Only 16 years old, an interviewer asked her if she had a boyfriend and pressed for more details about her ideal man.
How would you like when you do have time to get around to that?
It would still be some time until Foster would come out publicly, but that smirk definitely felt like a sneer at the heteronormative assumption. The recently resurfaced clip has been memed countless times and branded as gay silence.
17-year-old Jodie Foster may play frivolous roles, but in real life, she's got it all together.
Number 13, Heath Ledger. In 2005, the late Aussie actor gave an award-winning performance as Ennis Del Mar in the West
Oh, what the good news! I want to hear.
romantic drama Black Mountain.
Someone is better than none.
Same-sex relationships were rarely spotlighted at the time, even less so in such a mainstream market. During a press junk disgusting.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, after how your brother treated you, I'm glad to hear that, Dumbo. I really am.
It's a real shame. I think it's immature for a reason.
Ledger could have let his performance in the film speak for itself, but instead he left no doubt about his feelings. He made it clear that he had no time for those kinds of attitudes, and highlighted the all-important humanity of the two characters at the center of the story.
We're showing that love for men is just as infectious and emotional and strong and pure as it is with heterosexual love. And if you can't understand it, then just don't go see the movie.
Number 12, Judy Garland. Once labeled
Really?
by The Advocate as the
Judy Garland, you're kidding me. I know. Yeah, he did. I was shocked at how he basically would say that I basically am going to point the gun at him because I can see him across the street. I don't know why your brother would even act away. You mind sure? Okay. I just don't understand why your brother acts like this. I don't. I don't. He needs to be in jail. It just sucks that he can't do anything about it. Honestly. Oh.
Of the LGBTQ plus community, Garland has always fondly been thought of as a tremendous ally.
You had to make dinner for your father?
This interview from the 1960 fan base.
Time magazine in a recent story said that Judy Garland, for some reason, which was not clear to me, attracts a lot of homosexuals.
Oh, ridiculous. And
Garland wasted no time maintaining that her art was for everyone. She also politely stated that she wouldn't stand for anyone coming after her fans.
I'll be damned if I like that my audience mistreated.
This is the woman who encouraged plenty of queer youth to live their lives openly somewhere over the rainbow, so we wouldn't expect any different. Years ahead of her time, Garland was an icon through and through.
Why then? Oh, why?
Okay, that'd be great, Dumbo. I'm glad he's asleep. I kind of wish he was dead. Sorry, I don't know, a little much. Honestly, out the way he acted. But yeah, I know your mother will love it. And that is okay to be nervous, Dumbo. Trust me, it's insane. Oh, I got an ad. Okay.
Jane Fonda. In 2020, interview resurfaced and went viral. In it, she can be heard warding off a stream of homophobic questions and doubling down on her support.
Are they using you or are you using for your economic democratic campaign?
I hope they use me. What am I here for if not to be used by good people for good things?
This interview seems to have taken place around the time of the San Francisco White Night riots that followed the assassination of Harvey Milk, with whom she was reportedly friends. Fonda delivers a masterclass on true allyship and shows that this is a case she cares for deeply.
What movement is seeking, which is nothing less than respect and justice, and stopping discrimination against people because of sexual preference. You're on the side of the angels.
How she keeps her cool is beyond us, because the questions are absolutely awful. But Fonda's never shied away from fighting for what's right, even when she's standing alone.
And so if we're going to survive as a world, and we may not, but if we do, they're going to win.
Number 10, Johnny Galecki. Rumors regarding the Big Bang Theory actor's sexuality have always been rife. However, he never really addressed them.
Now that we know you're not gay, can you tell us?
Mindedly throw his sexuality.
Oh man, you woke up early. At 6 in the morning, Dumbo? I didn't wake up until 9. I like these emojis. I don't know why. Then I get out at 3, but I usually don't come home until 7, right? Oh, you mean for your job? Yeah, it's like school, isn't it? That sucks. You know, wake up at 6 and go there. I know. Waking up early is... Oh my gosh, I don't miss that. Because the thing is, though, my sleep schedule, I like waking up early, but sometimes I wake up so late. Oh my gosh, it's the worst. Oh, Damas, at least you got hired. It's impossible to get a job these days. 5, 6. Because I know there are people out there that work that many days, and it can be quite a handful, though, depending on what job it is. I think 4 days. 3 to 4 days would be enough for a lot of people, for sure. My opinion.
Relationship status.
So you woke up at 11. So you woke up the same time as I did.
conversation. He claims that since there's not much bad press on him out there, people need to make up stories. Galecki added that he has no reason or desire to respond to those whispers.
I was wondering why defend yourself against something that's not offensive. So
In hindsight, host Whoopi Goldberg notes the ridiculousness of the conversation, but it's too late. It's already out there.
I should have looked at it before I said it. Now that, oh, man, okay.
Kudos to Galecki for giving such a classy and respectful response. Number 9, George Michael. The late great George Michael was a huge advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and unapologetic about his sexuality.
I have no problem with people knowing that I have a relationship with a man right now. I have not been in a relationship with a woman for almost 10 years.
He used his platform to campaign for causes close to his heart, such as HIV/AIDS awareness. C8 led to his arrest and forced him to. In subsequent years, he criticized mainstream media for trying to box the LGBTQ+ community. Even in 19.
Wow, really? Back then you could get arrested for gay sex? Okay. No problem, Dumbbell. I'll do my best to get some rest. I don't think Stos would be here right now, so you're right. Because he then got notified.
Doing what makes straight people comfortable. He also blasted homophobes in many an interview. Michael was next, quote, nothing to apologize for.
The main thing I like to express is that I don't think it's anybody's business.
Too right, George Michael. Right. Number 8, Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's a talented actor who's given us gripping performances in movies like Lock,
Okay.
Max, and The Drop.
No
However,
problem.
a reporter from Daily Actor wasn't interested in any of that.
Your own sexuality seems a bit more ambiguous. Do you find it hard for celebrities to talk to media about their sexuality?
What on earth do you want about?
During a press conference promoting Hardy's Legend at the Toronto International Film Festival, a correspondent tried to get in and quickly shut it down.
Are you asking about my sexuality? Sure. Why? Thank you.
He later explained that he isn't obliged to answer personal queries and called the question, quote, inelegant and humiliating and, quote, quite rude. What's baffling is that it came from an LGBTQ+ publication. You would think they'd understand how personal sexuality can be. In any case, Hardy's well-mannered and even-tempered response was perfect. Number 7, Paul McCartney. When you have a musical legend as major as a former Beatle on your show, we imagine you have a lot of questions. Asking how rock star bachelor life compares to marriage probably shouldn't even break the top 100, but McCartney rolls with it. While his response is very nonchalant, the host seems thrown by the idea. McCartney's dry retort and his wife's bemused expression tell us what they think about the bone-headed question. The singer can't help getting in one final jibe at the presenter before moving the conversation forward. His response only makes us love them more. Number 6, Melissa Etheridge. While appearing on The View, her songwriter expressed her disappointment over Proposition 8, which invalidated same-sex marriages in California.
To actually see human rights be up for a vote in this Proposition 8, and to have people vote to take away rights is, to me, at the core, is very un-American.
She politely called out The View co-host Elizabeth Hasselbeck for misleading viewers on the matter in a previous episode. After a mildly heated debate over question, and simply repeated that Prop 8 wasn't personal to her.
For me, it's just a legal issue. I think that it should come from the people. I don't think activist judges should be deciding what's right for the rest of the country.
We admire Etheridge's ability to stay cool, calm, and collected in a tense situation. The debate ended with Sherry Shepherd sending the singer to perform her song and suggesting they continue the discussion at a later date.
Thomas Jefferson wrote a paper that direct democracy by the majority. That never happened.
Number 5, Lady Gaga. Remember when the media and public obsessed over Lady Gaga's genitalia? Well, one person who had no intention of jumping on that bandwagon was the Born This Way singer herself. She was usually known to crack jokes about these baseless claims with her fans during concerts, and she had the best response to these rumors when she was asked about them during a 60 Minutes over to the entire conversation. Gaga's LGBTQ+ fans applauded her for refusing to validate the gossip. They thanked her for standing up for them in a world that tries to shame them for who they are.
Hoping to speak to people who feel different, who feel disconnected.
Okay. Dollar Tree Dumbbell, and hopefully that you won't pass out and, not being bothered or harassed by anyone.